And we're back with some more Dwarf Fortress. And for some reason, a human lasher has decided that they were going to sneak around our place, and now I'll live to fight another day. Human lasher Nego Kang? Okay, human lasher Nego Kang. Is this you? I gotta figure out where they are. The problem is locating people on this map is not easy considering, well, the graphics are... Well, the graphics are the way they are. Give me a minute. I'm going to try and find this Neo Kang person. Here they are. This is Nego Kang, the human lasher. Where are you going, buddy? You are leaving the map. Okay, so... I'll live to fight another way. Okay, so you're running away. I don't even know why... Why are you... Are we at war with the humans or something? You know what? I suppose we'll find out if and when they come back. We're still trying to smooth this whole place down, but it takes a little bit of time. For now, though, we are trying to get together a engrave memorial. Would someone like to engrave that at some point? We've managed to bury our deceased colonist. Hopefully we'll get more colonists or someone to replace them. I've been advised that the reason they went insane was we didn't provide them for their needs. If some dwarf has a strange mood, you have to make sure they get what they need to complete the task they're trying to do. And if you do, they'll produce an item, and they'll get some bonuses as well on top of that. That's not important. What's important is we didn't give them what they wanted, so they went insane. That's sort of how it goes. You either give the dwarves what they want, or they go crazy. So, teenagers. Yeah, they're pretty much teenagers. Our next thing to cover is stopping people getting into the fort. Those sneaky people, I looked it up, and you will have people attempting to sneak into your fort to steal stuff and do things. So what we've done, or what I've been advised to do, is we stake out a couple of dogs near the entryways. If someone tries to sneak in, they'll have to walk past one of the dogs. It doesn't matter if it's a dog, a cat, or whatever, but we've staked out dogs anyway. This will trigger them to get caught doing the sneaking, and that should either cause them to run away or to attack us. I would prefer them to do that at just inside the door as opposed to, say, inside the base. Preferably they'd run away if at all possible. Then we've got a new trader showing up. I don't even know which one it is, but the trading thing, I've been advised to make a few changes here. I should possibly target a few things like leather. One reason I should target leather's actually really a pain to make on your own, so actually buying a bunch of it is kind of a handy way to do things. Hungry head leather? Swan leather? Wait, swans produce leather? Cat leather? You know what? We're just going to buy all this. We have plenty of earrings to sell them. But trying to get those earrings is really painful. Well, no, it's more a case of... You'll see here we've got these earrings over here, but they're in bins. We had to actually bring over the whole bin. We couldn't bring over individual earrings. We had to bring over the whole bin with the earrings in them. This system is very awkward. Maybe I need a better bookkeeper. Anyway, let me do some checking here. Oh, and we figured out something else. Besides this, say these pond turtle earrings, you see they got a star symbol? That's sort of a quality indicator. These ones have a sort of a star with a circle in the middle. They're the highest quality, I believe. You can tell because they're worth 50. Triple bars beside it is worth 30. Where is it? Down here, single dash lines, they're weaker. No lines at all. If it has no symbols on either side of it, it's worth the least. Single dash lines are worth slightly more. And that appears to be it. Oh, wait, no, there's a plus symbol. So there's a single dash line, a plus line, a triple dash, then a star symbol, and then a star with a hole in it. I'm sure there's one I'm missing somewhere along the way, but it does let you know that, yeah, you can sell things for more or less depending on what kind of quality rating they have. We're going to sell... Actually, let's get rid of all the lowest quality ones, I suppose. After spending far too long in here, because there's so much stuff to buy, we are going to buy some rope, a giant cave swallow bone genon. It looks like a piano. Why not? Some water skins. The main important things are... Oh, we bought a yak cow, because why not? Ooh, an alpaca. You know what? We'll take an alpaca as well, and we'll throw in a few more earrings to help balance that out. We want our... Oh, not the 50s. I'm basically getting rid of all the earrings below a certain value. Well, not all of them. As many as I could get to the trade station. The trade station is... You know, I'll get back to the use of the trade station in a bit, but for now, we'll grab all of those. We've also picked up a few other things, and by a few, I mean, like, lots of random stuff. We've got pigtail seeds, a bag of them, a bunch of cave spider stuff. Why not? Cave spider silk cloth... Pigtail cloth. Yeah, I've been doing some stuff with cloth, so I thought we'd buy up a whole bunch of this stuff just to speed us along on that front because we can afford it. And we bought up all the leather. I was advised, buy up the leather. You need it for a few things, and it's a pain in the butt to get otherwise, so just buy the leather you need faster. Well, we'll find out. I trust them. Cave spider silk cloth, pig leather. Oh, meat. We ran out of meat, so let's just buy a bunch of that. That seems like a good plan. No fish, though. We got plenty of those. Sheep's wool, yarn, and thread. So we bought a bunch of thread and things like that. We're going to need that for... Well, actually, I'll show you the hospital in a second. And some parchment. I don't know if we need it, but let's see. Let's trade. And they accept it? Excellent. Now, as you'll see over here, we've got mostly just high-end earrings left, all the ones worth 50. So let me show you some of the fun parts of trading in earrings. Just say we go in here and we go, hey, go grab all our earrings and bring them over here. Would you? We want to... Earrings. There we go. But you'll notice we've only got 3 listed here. They're currently actually in stock. And then they've got these bins. It turns out you have to find out what's in the bins, and I'm sure there's an earring in here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, no, there's not. You have to open it up, and if it does have earrings... Let me find one. There we are. There's actually some earrings in this larch bin. However, we can't just move that earring over. We have to actually move the whole bin over. You don't have a choice to just grab one item out of a bin. If you want something that's in that bin to the trading center, you have to tell them to move the whole bin. Which is why this bin here was moved over and this bin here was moved over. It's because they had a bunch of items and they want to trade. Very frustrating method to deal with. And I'm not even sure why half of these things are here. Like, for example, EA or... Like, there's no way there's earrings in all of those. Like, you could look in here. There's 21 items, but none of them are an earring. I'm sure there's something I'm missing, though. We are getting around at last to putting in a bookkeeping office. The bookkeeper, if we go down to them here, they're supposed to keep track of what you have in storage and things like that. So once this office is complete, we will have a bookkeeper. This here is the hospital. One of our dwarves got into a fight with a badger. I don't know how. I think the badger said something about his mother. Who knows? But they got injured, so I needed to put together a hospital real quick. Turns out what you need is a traction bench, which requires a table and a bunch of other stuff, but I believe it's produced... it's produced at the mechanics workshop. This thing over here that you normally use to produce rock mechanisms or mechanisms in general, you can make a traction bench there. So the traction bench is required to make yourselves a hospital. Also, you need a table so that they can put the dwarf on to apply stuff, and then 6 beds. However, this led to a bit of a problem. After you zone it out to be a hospital, the hospital requires a few things. Namely, it requires 5 thread, 5 cloth, 5 splints, 5 crutches, powder for casts. I have no idea how to get that one yet. Buckets, we can do that, and soap. Haven't figured that one out yet, but we're getting around to it. It's fine. So, how did we get the thread, the cloth, and all that stuff? Well, to get thread, and cloth and things like that, we have to go down a couple of levels to here. This is how we're going to make clothing and thread and cloth and things. Well, the loom. That's what I thought. I put down the loom. Unfortunately, it only allows you to make cloth. Silk, cloth, that kind of stuff. It doesn't actually allow you to make thread. It turns out to make thread, you have to go up a level. Oh, sorry. This is top floor. Second floor. Third floor down. Or -3. Whatever. It depends on which system you're using. But this here is the farmer's workshop. But it turns out the farmer's workshop is where you make thread. It was not... yeah, I had to wiki that one. Right, so you can spin thread here, which is great. However, this leads us into work orders, because we don't want to just spin thread. We want to keep spinning thread and keep doing it until we have a certain amount of it in storage. So that brings us into, well, work orders. Ooh, okay, let's try and set this up, and then hopefully it'll make sense. Okay, so first, we want thread. So, we want them to spin thread. Now, by default, it'll just say, spin 10 thread. And then it'll stop. However, we wanted to do something slightly more complicated than that. So we're going to click on this little thingy over here with the arrow stuff. And this brings us into work orders. So now what we can do is click on this thing again over here. Or let's say, down here is perfect. These are suggested conditions. These are really handy. So I would like you to keep producing thread until we have less than 10 in storage. Or if there is less than 10 thread in storage, keep producing thread. And you could put it up to say something like 20. And that way, if there's less than 20 thread, it will produce more thread, and then it will stop. And it will check that condition daily. You can change that daily condition up here by clicking this little clock thingy. So you could say check it daily, monthly, seasonally, or yearly. We would prefer daily. Restarts if completed. Okay, so condition check daily, restarts if completed. And it keeps going and going and going until it does this. You could have this as a one-off thing or multiple times a year, whatever. There's a few other options down here, but some of these things get really awkward. Anyway, what that means is we have a work order here that says, hey, make 10 thread if we have less than 20. And that just means we keep getting thread produced. Now, how do we get the thread? Well, the thread, it seems, comes from pigtails. So we have pigtail production going on one of the floors. Here we are. We have pigtails being produced. Oh, damn it. We have pigtails being produced in a section, though no one's planting them. Guys, why is no one planting pigtails? Damn it. Okay, I'm going to have to queue up some more plots for that. But in a minute. So anyway, the pigtails get planted, they get turned into thread at this section, then the thread comes down to the loom, And the loom starts weaving thread into cloth until we have 10. So if there's less than 20 cloth, we produce 10 extra cloth material, whatever. Then once that's done, it goes over to the clothing shop, which, well, yeah. We say make us keep making trousers until we have less than 5 in storage. In fact, make dresses unless we have 5 in storage, make shirts, gloves, socks, and shoes. So this thing is kind of busy at all the times. You notice some of them there have gone green ticks. That means we actually have 5 cloth dresses in storage and 5 cloth trousers. It's still working on the shirts, the gloves, the socks, and the shoes. It takes a long time to put these all in. There's no simple, really easy way to do it as far as I can tell. But we queued it all up. We got it all done. That's great. Down here, we're actually just turning out turtle shells. Like, forever and ever and ever. Until the amount of unrotten shell body parts is greater than 15. So if there's more than 15 turtle shells around, we'll make 10 earrings. That means we should be left with always having 5 turtle shells just lying around in storage at all times. We want to keep 5 turtle shells around because I've advised sometimes a dwarf will want them for it when they get in a strange mood, so keeping a few turtle shells in reserve, not a bad idea. What else did we do? Oh my god, there's so many things that got queued up. Yes, steel. Yeah, I've been going through a lot of trouble just trying to figure out so many random stuff. Steel, it seems, is a bit of a pain in the butt. For example, if you want to make steel, to make steel bars, it wouldn't let me at first. What it said is you needed a flux material. So a flux material, it turns out, well, I had to Google that. It seems to be a few things like chalk, limestone, or something like that, marble maybe, things like that. So what I did was, started digging down. I'd dig down, and I would keep digging out the storage area every level. So I basically took our storage level here, went down a floor, dug a storage level, went down a floor, dug a storage level, went down a floor, dug a storage level, and just kept doing that and that and that until we actually found ourselves some flux material. In fact, we're still going. We're down to, that's elevation 30, so 30, 31, 32, 33, 45. Yeah, all these turned into storage levels, just so that we could get our hands on some flux material, at which point we could start making steel. However, to make steel, you need something else first. You need pig iron bars. So, to make pig iron bars there, you need iron bars. And to make iron bars, you need iron. So first we have to smelt hematite. Actually, let's do it in here, it's easier. First you need hematite. Once you've got hematite, you can use that to make iron bars. Or that once you smelt the hematite, that gives you iron. That iron then needs to be smelted into pig iron, and then that pig iron can then be smelted into steel bars. And we've just set it up so that if we have 10 less than any of these, it tries to make them, except for steel, of which we want 100 in storage at all times, because steel, it seems, is really good for making just about all of the armors and weapons in the game, and I kind of want to get everyone armed and armored up as quickly as possible. Yeah, this game's not, its user interface is not very friendly, and the stuff you have to get around to doing is very interesting. I think that covers all the things I've been randomly doing in the background. Oh, yeah, and also we've got a work order for drinks in both of our breweries. I'm thinking we're going to have to move, though, our stone workshops. They take a long time to do stuff, and I think we need to move them closer to our storage areas. This travel distance is actually a bit far. So we might want to, say, move them down to a lower level, like here, where they'll be closer to the stone. Like, if they go up a level or two, that gives them access to all the stones within a few stairs, so that should be pretty handy. Oh, and there's one thing we need to do. That was... yeah, these traders. Let's see, the caravans here. Yeah, we're going to need to do our diplomacy with them. Or there was an option to do it. What happened to the diplomacy option? Oh, phooey. Diplomat could not complete a meeting and is left unhappy. I gotta start being more diplomatic. Oops. Sorry about that. Oh, and that's one other thing we need to change. Where is it? We need to go in here, go under kitchen, and I have been advised of one thing as well. When it comes to all of these are the things that are allowed to be cooked in the kitchen. If something is cooked in the kitchen, you lose all the seeds, as far as I'm aware. So we don't want them using plump helmets to make food or to cook meals. That's bad, because if they do that, we won't get any seeds out of it. We can use the plump helmets to make beer or drinks of some sort, and those, and then we'll get the seeds back. And you can use drinks to cook stuff as well. So you're better off actually taking those crops you can make, turn them into drinks, and then those drinks will give you the seeds to plant more stuff, and the drink you can actually use to make more food anyway. It's food with extra steps. I don't want my pigtails being brewed, though. I want my pigtails being used to make thread, so yeah, we'll just stop them being turned into drinks. We want more thread out of them, at least for now. Cave wheat can definitely get turned into drinks, and I think that covers most of it. Am I missing something here? No, I think we're good. Right. Oh, and we bought a bunch of meat and stuff like that to help out in our cooking section, though I don't think we need it just yet. Oh, well, I think that covers a few things. Oh, yeah, we still have a bunch of stuff we can't do or make because we're missing things, and we're still hollowing out as much space as we possibly can down here. Where is it? So we can put in more storage area. I think we're going to stop on the storage digging for a while. We've got enough to make steel. I'd like to get a bunch of steel armor and weapons done up. So once we get 100 steel and some armor and weapons to go with it, I'm going to cut it out. Oh, and over here, you are about to become an office. Oh, wait, did we already make it an office? Yes, we did. And we've already made this guy installed in it. Perfect. Why don't you get to work? It's going to take you a long time. You've got to inventory all of our stuff. In fact, while we're at the inventorying, let's make that a highest precision. Stock commands display all counts accurate. Your bookkeeper provides enough work to attain the medium precision. The stock power records are 87% updated towards the next precision level. Ooh, high precision level. Let's make it 3. Medium precision. We want you to target medium precision. We're okay with medium. We don't need anything too special. Right now we're churning out a whole bunch of wooden bins and beds. Turns out we need a lot more bins, and this place over here is going to turn us out nothing but rock blocks. We're going to make rock blocks forever and ever and ever. One of our dwarves has gone into a strange mood, and they've claimed one of our stone workshops. They are working secretly. They don't seem to want anything just yet, but we should keep an eye on that just in case. Petitions-wise, we keep getting these freaking bards that come along looking to entertain. Wishes to reside. No, I've got too many bards already. You people are a dime a dozen. Soldiering we might take. The rest of you can go. So yeah, soldiering guy, ISSHA. We shall approve you. And the question is, can we actually rope them into serving in our military? Aha! ISSHA, you are perfect. You can get in there with the squad. And the squad can get back to their scheduled training, which is constant. Yeah, just off you go. Train, train, train. As you can see here, I've already accepted a bunch of... Was that a goblin? That was a... No, not that one. There he is, behind them. The hell are you? Yeah, they're a performer. No, goblin bard. Don't want any goblin bards around here. That can only end badly. As well as that, we have put ourselves together a pedestal. And on this pedestal, we are displaying the Sharbala Gutsu... Whatever. This is the thingamywhatsit that was legendarily produced by one of our people. The annoying thing about it, though, is finding this to put on a pedestal is really hard. For example, if you want to display it, if you can't, SHA or SH... No, none of that displays it. What you gotta put in is... What was it? Oh. Yeah, it's basically a high boot. So we have to put in a high boot name to find it. If you don't remember what the name of the legendary items that were crafted are, it just... You good luck. You'll never find them again. This game has a few little quirks to it where it's just like that. It's so frustrating to figure out. But hey, all part of the joy, I suppose. Okay, our strange mood dwarf, the chief medical dwarf, has created Catan Longbuller, a Camelanite crown. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Moses Bound Bust. Alright, that's a crown. Fine, they have created a crown. Are you carrying that on you right now? Nope, here it is. Excellent. Then what we're gonna do is install that into our area over here. Now, it turns out they have to pass through the item to get a bonus from it. So what I did was I sort of just installed the item at the door, so if anyone goes in or out, they have to pass by it. Now... there. Give me a display pedestal. We're gonna put a display pedestal right there. And then once the display pedestal is done, we're gonna stick the crown on it. And are you done? There we go. So, yeah, here's the thing. Calamite crown. Like, if you can't remember the name of this thing, C-A-T-T-E-N... Like, it doesn't show up under its actual name. You have to just remember it's a crown. If you don't remember that it's a crown, well, you're going to have to find it. Good luck. This is all the stuff on the side. Do you know what it's under? I have no idea. So, yeah, we'll just take that. Thank you very much. And they should install it there, and that should help everyone's mood a bit, or they'll like it when they go by. Also, people will try and steal it. And the people who try and steal it will probably try and sneak in, so our dogs should catch them. Though I'm pretty sure there's going to be other methods they have for catching it. Ooh, and how's our steel going? Okay, people are making all the stuff. And how are you going over here? We are forging steel shields, picks, helmets, mail shirts, gauntlets, high boots, breastplate, maces. Lots of stuff. Wow, are they actually done with all of these? Okay, let's try the breastplate. How many breastplates do we currently have in stock? Oh, they're iron breastplates, not steel breastplates. Looks like someone's come to try and steal the Milfimus the Scintillating Judge. What the hell is Milfimus the Scintillating Judge? Where are they? Is this the guy? Here they are. And where are they going? Are they... Oh, they are actually trying to get in. Might be an idea to close the doors or get our... Actually, let's get our military up here. Yeah, it's about time we got into a little bit of a fight. We have 4 people over here ready to fight. We have a skilled mace dwarf, a competent hammerman, and a skilled hammerman. Right, their armor and weapons and stuff are not great, but let's see if we can't figure out how to utilize them. Back to squads. We want to select you. Options. Okay, this is a station order. The soldiers will stand near the point selected and engage any hostile creatures that come near. So we're going to say down here. Perfect. Now what we got to do is bring everyone else back inside so that they don't get into a fight with this guy. Oh man, wait, what's the zone thing? There's a zone tool. Burrows, that's it. You use this establish your burrow. This can be used for a bunch of things, but what we're going to do with it is we're going to say make the temple here. And we're going to sign that out. Oh, say that thingy. And make it red for emergencies. We're going to accept that. Right, now we want to assign people to it. We're going to assign all the civilians. That should leave, yeah, all of our mace people. Yeah, there should be 4. So our 4 fighter dwarves are not going to be included in that. Done? Right, so everyone else should run in there. And our dwarves, the 4 fighter dwarves, are going to head down this direction. Who the hell are you? Human spearman. Yeah, okay. I can't tell what's going on. Shouldn't you guys be fighting? He is terrified while in conflict. What just happened? Did they kill the guy? Okay, there's a crossbow on the ground. I think we killed the guy. Right? This could take me a second to figure out. Ah, there he is. Mistral, whatever. Huh. I've managed to find the battle log. It is rather extensive in this game. They really do include a lot of stuff. For example, you can see here, the human spearman, the person that ran up first to attack this crossbow guy, basically had to block the crossbow bolt they fired at him with their iron shield. And the human crossman is like, death is all around us, I feel uneasy. That was a good feeling to have. The human spearman stabs the human crossbowman in the upper left leg with his silver spear, tearing the muscle and bruising the bone through the cat leather leggings. A tendon has been torn. The human crossbowman falls over. Well, that's bad news for you. The human spearman attacks the human crossbowman, but she scrambles away. The crossbowman's like, I've been badly injured. There is no hope. Well, turns out you were right. They fired a crossbow bolt again, blocked by the iron shield. Spearman stabs them in the upper left leg, tearing the muscle and bruising the bone. Many nerves have been severed and a tendon has been torn. The force twists the left hip. Strikes the crossbowman, but the shot is narrowly deflected by the bronze crossbow. Huh. Shot is narrowly deflected. Stabs the human crossbowman in the right hand with his... tearing apart the muscle. Oh my god. Artery has been opened. Many nerves have been severed. This keeps going on though. Like, I don't know how the crossbowman stands up for so long. Stabs the human crossbowman in the upper body with the spear, tearing the muscle and tearing the right lung through the armor. The crossbowman is having trouble breathing. Yeah, that stab through the lung will make you a little bit hard to breathe. Christ. The silver spear has lodged firmly in the wound. The crossbowman misses the human spearman, probably because they're too busy being impaled by a spear, which is now stuck in their lung. The human spearman pulls out the embedded silver spear, and they gain possession of their spear from pulling it out. That's very detailed. Excellent. Well, at least they're no longer... for the crossbowman, this is good news. They're no longer impaled through the lung. Stabs him in the left hand with the same spear. Well, okay, not really good. Ligament has been torn, tendons has been torn, bends the wrist, tearing apart the muscle, bruising the bone. Ligament has been bruised and a tendon bruised. Stabs the crossbowman in the upper left leg, tearing apart muscle. Our motor nerve has been severed. Ugh. The armor breaks, and their dress has been ripped to shreds. So now they've lost their armor and the dress they were wearing underneath it. Great, just great. They still haven't managed to land a blow, by the way. Spearman stabs the crossbowman in the foot, tearing through the muscle. An artery has been opened and many nerves have been severed. A tendon in the skull has been torn. The force pulls the neck, tearing apart the skin. Jesus. That was after stabbing them in the head. Stabs the crossbowman in the upper left arm, tearing the muscle and bruising the bone. Artery has been opened. Ligament has been torn. Force pulls the left elbow. Spearman stabs the crossbowman in the left leg, tearing the muscle. Artery has been opened. Many nerves have been severed. Leggings have broken, and skirt is ripped to shreds. Great. Spearman stabs the crossbowman in the left arm, tearing the muscle. Artery open, twists the shoulder. Human hammerman scratches the human crossbowman in the head, tearing the muscle. Okay, so the hammerman has now got involved. Stuns them, bends their neck, and tears apart the skin in their neck. That's just wonderful. At some point, like, this is only halfway through. This just keeps going on and on. Artery has been opened, sensory nerve. Oh, at some point, the crossbowman loses their crossbow as well. Right wrist tearing apart the muscle. Ligament has been torn. Bashes the crossbowman in the upper left leg, fracturing the bone. Like, this just feels like they're just beating down on him. This just keeps going on. Like, ugh. The crossbowman, I have improved my dodging. That's very satisfying. Really. Really, that's so satisfying for you. I'm sure that's wonderful. This, though, has got to be my favorite one. The human crossbowman. It was raining on me. It makes me so grouchy. I really thought getting stabbed and impaled by a spear and smashed on the head with a hammer would have been worse. But, yes, anyway, they have been beaten to an absolute pulp, and as far as I can tell, they are very, very dead. And their corpse is right there. Mistral the Spearman. They left some stuff behind, but most of it has been smashed to bits because, well, they got skewered so many times all of their armor fell apart. All they've got is their boots, their gloves, and their socks. Their armor, like everything from above their ankles to, from the neck down to their ankles, excluding their hands, was basically beaten to a pulp and destroyed just while they were still wearing it. Gotta give it to them, though. They took a hell of a pounding. We'll chuck their corpse in the corpse pile. This is, this guy's a bard that started a fight with one of our dogs, I think. So, yeah, that guy's corpse is already there. We made him a little plaque and everything. His name was Datton, whatever. Anyway, let's let everyone back to work, and let's let everyone out of the burrow. You. There we go. Everyone get back to work? Perfect. Some of you guys might need therapy after that. Maybe, I don't know. And for some reason, everything here is locked when you click on it. So when I click on these are all locked, and I somehow have to manually go in and unlock all of them. I don't know why it makes it this convoluted. There should be a way to just unlock all of them at the same time, preferably. Time to deal with our next issue. Now, what I wanted to do was put in basically a pit here. The pit's job, hold water. And then once we've got water in it, we can use it to treat people's wounds. Problem is, it turns out it's winter, so we've got a dusting of snow, which has frozen all our water sources. So all the water is now frozen solid. The only place I can find water is over here, which I'm not sure our dwarves can navigate to. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we actually dug a line to over here? Maybe we can grab water out of this section. If we could, maybe we can do it safely from inside the fortress. So I'm saying we go up one level, dig across, and put a ramp down to the water, and maybe our dwarves can get the water that way. Or maybe not, who knows? We'll find out when we get there. First off, though, I'm thinking we're going to go up a level. I don't want to do it from this level. If we dig across here, maybe that accidentally floods our whole base. That might be inconvenient, so let's not do it that way. Just yet. Well, turns out you can't build stairs up from nothing. You can build stairs into walls that are already existing. So if there's like a rough-hewn wall there, we could make a stairs on it, but we can't make a stairs in the middle of nowhere. It seems you need something to build it into. So we've built up here instead, and we've dug across. Now this place here is open space, so the bottom level here is a dusting of snow. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is make a ramp. Dig a ramp on this level going up. No, I want to dig a ramp on this level going down. So you know what? Let's let's chop out this. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, give me a minute to fiddle around with this. Well, that didn't work so good. It turns out there's still no water in this brook. I think the whole thing's frozen over. Also, I've just seen a bunch of people walk over it, so yeah, I don't think that's really stopping it. Oh my god, no! I'm getting so many requests from these. There just seems to be entertainers everywhere who think they can free load off us. We have a population of 30. I think about 5 of those at least are entertainers, so no. Also, we still haven't got any water in there for our hospital. You know what? We'll worry about the well in a minute. For now, what I've done is we've got these furnaces down here and I've started segmenting things out. For example, this one does coke, mixed coke from lignite and bituminous coal. This place produces the iron we need whenever we go below a certain amount. This place produces the pig iron bars whenever we go below a certain amount. And this place makes the steel bars whenever we go below a certain amount. And up here, we're going to put in the metalsmith's forges. These places here, we're going to forge weapons, armor, stuff like that. Just to help segment things out. And if we want, we can start assigning people out specifically to, like our master armorer can make armor and only armor and have a building assigned directly for them. And our weaponsmith, whoever's the best, can be assigned directly to a building and they're the only ones who produce our weapons. There's other ways we could do it, but I figure we've got the space, so let's go ham. Well, we did have an elven trader showed up, but I think I annoyed them. Yeah, I think I tried to sell them turtle shells, and it seems elves don't like stuff made of animals, so whatever. The elf got into a huff. Who cares? It's only an elf anyway. Water-wise, we can actually come down over here. See this here? This is sort of a roof over the water, but then down here, so that dwarves come along here. I know this is terribly hard to figure out from the graphics of this game, but the dwarves can walk along here. That's actually ramps down, and then those ramps go down to the water where they can pick up water from here and bring the water back into the fort. Now, I don't know if creatures can walk across the water. I know when the place is frozen over, they can walk through here, so our dwarves can definitely walk through here, but I don't think they can walk through here otherwise. This place is about, 7 deep in water, which means nothing should be able to get through that. Well, nothing that I'm aware of. Petitions, let me guess, another bard. Entertaining citizens and visit. No! No, look, we have a population of 30, and what I really need to make clear here is we've only got about 17 dwarves who are working for us. That's it. We've just got 17 dwarves. The other 13 people are either bards or a couple of soldiers who joined us. We got a couple of soldiers in here, and the rest of them are all the bards, who are just taking up just stupid amounts of space. You're puppets. Anyway, actually, I think about it. We could probably expand this place out a bit, couldn't we? We can stick in another layer of beds right there. Yeah. We'll stick in another layer of beds right there. That way we can hold even more bards crammed in here. Not that we need them. What we really desperately want is more people. I'm trying to specialize everyone as best I can, and we've even started including extra things here. You can add extra work details. Like, you would think that there would be one thing for everything you need, as in not just engravers and stonecutters, but you would also want, say, someone who does hunting-related stuff. There is one. Oh, but healthcare. There's no healthcare-related thing listed on this site. So if you want to make a healthcare person, we actually had to just select this and then give it a name and all that stuff. Same with metalworking and all that. So we have, say, metalsmithing here. This does everything except for actually making weapons and armor. They just make metalsmithing. So they do furnace operating, blacksmithing, and metal crafting. However, armoring is done specifically by another person, and weaponsmithing itself is done specifically by another person. We have someone who does bone carving, and custom detail one, I think, is just the newest one we made, which we don't care about. That can go. But we need more dwarves. I want to specialize our dwarves. It's just every migration we get, we're getting no one. No one's migrating here for some reason. I need to figure out why. For now, though, we have moved most of our metalsmithing down to this area, which is good, but we're kind of missing a few things. One, we're not making as much steel as I'd like because we don't have enough flux material. Flux material usually requires, or is it chalk? Oh, they are tearing this place apart, and there is chalk. This level is full of chalk, so we're going to turn it into we're going to core this area out for the chalk, but we're also going to make temples while we're down here. So each one of these rooms is going to become a temple to a god, because that should keep people happy, I presume? Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of tearing this place apart fairly quick. Our miner is getting, our 2 miners are getting much faster about this stuff. Migrants! Glorious migrants have arrived! I've missed them, of course. But where are you? Come on, migrants. There's Fisher Dwarf. You know what? It doesn't matter. You guys arrived. We now have more people. And I gotta figure out how many it is. We used to have 30, so is that 22 of them just arrived? Oh, excellent. We can now just start specializing. Oh god, this is going to take forever. Like, we've got a cheesemaker. I need to put someone on milking. We tried to get as many animals as we can. We do have a yak calf. We've got a yak bull. We've got a yak cow, a yak calf. So I think the yaks are going to keep breeding. I don't know if we can get milk out of a yak, though. Yes, okay, yaks can be milked. Right, so at least we can start making cheese now. I don't know if that's going to be useful to us, but it's one of the things that I saw that we could possibly do. Oh, and I'm curious, can we wall in, like, I want to sort of wall in this mountain. As in, or if we go to the top here, I'll keep going, right here. So this is the height of the mountain over there. What if we were to wall in a chunk of it? Like, I want to make ourselves safe and sort of walled in. So theoretically what we could do is build a big wall across here, and then wall up around the mountain so that the only way into our base, people would have to get past walls and doors or maybe a drawbridge or something like that. That way the animals outside are safe. So I want to figure out how to do that. That's probably going to require walls and blocks. But for now, what we're doing is we're way down here making a whole bunch of temples, which we'll then have to smooth out. But now we've got more labor. Oh, yes. This influx of new dwarves is going to make things just that little bit more optimized. So I've maybe had it on a few things here. We've got a bone carver, someone who does woodworking, and we've got farming related stuff. Because we've got some threshers in, they're also going to do the cooking and stuff. I figure might as well assign those two out now and get them doing all the farming junk. Honestly, there's an awful lot caught under their umbrella. They're going to be doing the butchering, the tanning, soap making, all that stuff. Which reminds me, I have to figure out how to do soap making. But no, we can get around to that. This is... No, I don't want to disband the squad. Alright, so, what we also need to do is, well, figure out how to make soap is one thing. The squad here is much improved, and we're currently making all of the equipment we need, so I keep waiting for this attack to come and hit us. Well, maybe it's just Rimworld in me, but that's why I've got this squad constantly training to become better and better at killing. Hopefully they're going to be sufficient when the time comes. You need a permanent military, it seems, in this game. Anyway, down here, we are currently expanding this out. We're going to turn these all into altars to whatever gods they have that might make them happy. And why does that room look like it's too small? No, it's actually the right size. Okay, never mind. We're going to have to smooth this entire area down here, but that's going to have to wait until we get the new bedrooms installed. We're going to have a bunch of fresh bedrooms installed for the new recruits. I don't know if they share bedrooms. Someone told me they share bedrooms. I don't know if that's true. Back up to 4. If they share bedrooms, that would make things easier, I suppose. We wouldn't need nearly as many, but then again, I'm kind of looking forward to having like 200 bedrooms scattered all over the place. Well, not quite scattered. We're managing to keep things pretty centralized around these two corridors. I'm just curious as to when we start hitting the bad guys. The dwarves should have a fun time when that happens. Down here, we're currently cutting gems. We are just going to keep cutting gems until there's less than 10 of them available. If there's 10 large random gems lying around the map, then we won't cut them up. Then these guys over here are going to encrust furniture with gems. We're going to make really fancy gem-encrusted equipment because that, it seems, makes the dwarves happier. So that's one thing we're going to keep doing. That means we're going to cycle out all of the old equipment and replace it with the new gem-encrusted stuff. Now, let me see if any new gem-encrusted stuff already got made. You know what? I can't tell once they're done. For example, this microline coffer here, if we click on it, it tells us this is a microline coffer. The object is adorned with hanging rings of lavender jade. So the only way we're able to tell that is by clicking on it. So if we say click on this one, yeah, we have to basically click on them to figure out whether or not they've got any engravings on them. That makes it really tricky to figure stuff out. What are you? You are... Oh, damn it. You know what, I was hoping to replace all of the coffers and things with jewel-encrusted ones, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Otherwise, it's just going to be a case of uninstalling and reinstalling it. Never mind. Anyway, I have, of course, run out of time. Again, this game is... the amount of time and hours you put into it just to figure out the basic things. It took me a while to figure out how to put down those stakes and get the dogs patrolling around there, but it's fine. There's just all these little things. This game has, just to do the simplest things like, oh, you want to make a well? Well, you need to know, like, you need to make a rope, a bucket, you also need gear mechanisms, you also need to know how to dig trenches, you know how to have to set up water dumping zones. Like, I have played some complicated games in the past. What was it? I was just talking about this with someone in the comments, and I played Star Wars Rebellion. It's an old 4X strategy game, you know, you explore, expand, whatever. It was like, made in 1998, and a friend of mine gave me a copy of this game, and I didn't have any manuals for it, and I figured out how to play it. And then, like, after, like, a day or two, I was, like, stomping the AI on hard. Like, you figured out how everything worked, how the ships worked, you know, how to build stuff and all that. The thing was, the game was in French. Like, it was a French copy, so it had no English translations. But just by playing the game and a little bit of trial and error, you figured out how it worked, what everything meant, how to do secret missions, how to do diplomacy, how to do research. It was all just, like, you just sort of figured it out. There is no way I could do this with Dwarf Fortress. I need a wiki just to have a clue. It turns out there's actually a book released on this. Yep, there is a... What is that on the floor? A pool of dwarven wine. I might want to actually empty out that water at some point. It seems to be stagnant water, so I don't know if that's a problem. I'll let them empty it and then we'll fill it back up again with clean water from the brook. Anyway, point being is, this game is incredibly difficult to figure out. You need to hit up the wiki a lot. Like, I have to go and figure out how to make soap, and I'm pretty sure it's going to involve around me rendering fat and getting tallow out of it or something, or there's going to be a whole rigmarole. But for now, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.
Natur, når det må land, igen du se på